just live our life the way he lived his. There is a convention, it's a 3-day convention that's all about Jesus and how he lived his life and how it will benefit us if we imitate that life.
How do we know how he lived his life?
According to what's in the Bible. And there's some historical
Are we
data
missing
also.
like 30 years of his life or something like that? Are we missing like his whole childhood and everything?
Well, there's a mention of him at 12, and you know, of course, at his birth, then again at 12, and then at like at 29.
Tell me, outside of the Bible, what makes you think Jesus actually existed?
There's some historical data that you know would support the fact that he existed. There have been
Like what?
scrolls found.
What
There's
scrolls?
been like there's the Dead Sea Scrolls.
The Dead Sea Scrolls.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those refer to Christ as not really Jesus.
I'll say that. Okay, so who is
we
Christ?
don't-
Who do you think Christ is? If it's not
Well,
Jesus?
Christ doesn't necessarily refer to Christ or Jesus per se. It's just a title that was used back then, if I recall
Yeah,
correctly.
the Christ is a title, but
Yeah,
Jesus
but
is
it doesn't
his
mean
name.
it was Jesus himself. It's
So
just
you
a
don't
title.
think his name was found in the scrolls?
We don't know that it was actually first to the real person. I don't know of anything outside the Bible that actually refers Jesus that substantiates his existence. But from what I've read, there's nothing contemporary. And there's historians that wrote many things during Jesus' supposed lifetime. No one ever wrote about Jesus during his supposed lifetime. Did you know that?
You mean in secular writing, nothing other
In
than
any
the
writing,
Bible?
any writing at all during Jesus' supposed lifetime, nothing. There's writings after Jesus' supposed existence, but nothing during his existence. And there were historians who wrote during Jesus' existence.
Well, Jesus was written about prior to his existence. There are prophecies in the Bible that refer to Jesus.
Well,
They didn't refer to
even
him
if
by
that
that
was
name.
even if that was true,
Uh-huh.
that just means people wrote it before and then wrote it after. It doesn't mean that Jesus actually had to exist to fulfill the prophecies of the story beforehand. That just means people wrote about it after.
There are that was prophesied hundreds of years before Jesus was ever born.
But there was what?
And they came true. There were
came true?
prophecies written about Jesus before he was ever born, and they came true. So you're saying that those are
What do you mean what prophecies? What is that? How does that
the
help
fact
us?
that he would be born, for one, the fact that
But we don't know that
where
he's born
he was
yet.
born.
But we don't know that he was born or he even existed yet.
So you don't believe that the Bible is inspired the word of God?
No, of course not. I mean, it was written by a bunch of people that didn't really know very much. I mean, we have sticks turning into snakes. We have burning bushes talking. We have people walking on water. I mean, none of these things happened today. It was the way the words were written back then. It was a mixture of both a lot of fiction and a little bit of fact. Like there may be some real people in places, but the majority of it is fairly well fiction. So to think that some God wrote it, you think a God would write it, you think that he would include more information than we had back then. But when you read the Bible, all it does is contain information that's all we knew back then. There's no science in it.
Have you? There is science in the Bible.
There's science in the Bible?
There is science
Like
in
what?
the Bible. Back in that time, it wasn't foretold. It was actually stated.
It was posted.
Wait, let me get my Bible out here, and
Okay.
I'll show you. These are actual verses from the Bible. Here in Job. He talks about stretching out children over empty space, suspending the earth upon nothing.
Okay.
That's
Well,
gravity. How long
That's
did
not
it
science.
take us
That's
to...
not science. First of
That's
all,
not science?
No, it's not science at all. Basically, that's saying that we're being suspended. We're not being suspended above anything. To say nothing, you don't even know what nothing is. Nothing doesn't refer to anything.
There's nothing supporting it. It's just
And there's
in
no
the
empty
sky.
space. There's no empty space. I mean, it's space. Space is not empty.
No, okay. What about this one? There is one who dwells above the circle of the earth.
There is one who dwells above the circle of the earth. What is that? How is that scientific at all?
When did we discover that the earth was round? For years and years, they thought the earth was flat.
Well, if that was supposed to tell us that the earth was round, and that was in the Bible, then how come when that was written, we didn't know that the earth was round?
Because a lot of people just don't believe the Bible.
Or maybe that's just interpreted to mean that the earth is round.
That word, instead of circle, it says orb in the interlinear.
You know the Bible was edited and re-edited over time, just a few hundred years ago.
It was translated, and that's different than edited.
In Constantine and all that, they re-edited the Bible.
You know, the Dead Sea Scrolls are here on exhibit in LA.
Right.
Take a look at those Dead Sea, and I'm not talking about from the Bible. If you go historical, go online and like just Google the Dead Sea
When were those written?
Now, don't make me lie about dates. I can't tell you, but they was written back in the early centuries.
Who wrote them?
There were men that wrote them, but under inspiration by God.
How do you know they're inspired by God?
Okay,
so because the Bible says it.
Yeah.
How do you know the Bible's inspired by God?
Because you know what? If you study the Bible, without doing a study of the Bible, if you just take one scripture here, one scripture there, there's nothing to confirm that. But if you study the Bible and got the whole context of the Bible, you would know that to me, it is very evident that it is written by God.
But what's the evidence, though? That's my question.
The evidence is the fact that everything does flow. There are prophecies, things that was stated. They talked 300 years before it happened. They talked about...
the prophecies are just interpreted. Prophecies are not any good at all. But even if I gave you that the prophecies, no, not at all. They're very vague, and they're interpreted to be prophecies. But even if they were exact specific prophecies, which they aren't, even if I gave it to you that they were, a prophecy has nothing to do with a God existing. If I predict that someone's going to win the lottery this coming weekend, that doesn't mean that I'm a God or that whatever I say is true.
It does not.
Well, then that should tell you that no matter, just because even if we do have prophecies, a prophecy has nothing to do with a God existing. They're two different things.
How did the world come into existence?
I don't know how everything came to be, and no one does.
But if you look at it, it doesn't. If you look at it, wouldn't you have to say that there is some design?
Now you're using opinion to justify.
No. I'm asking you. Would you not look at creation?
I don't call it creation.
Look at the stars at night. You don't what?
Well, I don't use the word creation for that.
What do you call it?
We just look at the universe.
Oh, okay, let's look at the universe.
Okay.
Look at the galaxies.
Okay.
Look at the billions and billions of stars, the billions and billions of celestial
billions,
bodies.
But
yeah, more than billions.
Sure.
Where'd they come from?
We don't know where everything came from. But it doesn't mean we can say God did it, because we don't know anything about a God. God is just, it's like a hypothesis.
Well, I guess for people who don't believe.
Right, for people who don't believe. Right,
yeah.
For people who don't believe, who require evidence, which is the way to go when you want the truth, because...
That's exactly right. The Bible tells you need the evidence. It says God wants you to go find the evidence.
If God would want me to get evidence, he would show me evidence, but there's no evidence.
Study the Bible.
But the Bible's a claim. How is that evidence?
Study it, and then you can tell me if it's a claim or not.
Study what?
Study what it says. And if you do a study of the Bible, then you can make an opinion about it. But a lot of people have never even looked into the Bible.
Okay, well, I've actually read the Bible.
Reading it is one thing.
Yeah, but then because when you not only read the Bible, just apply what's said in the Bible. Because we use reading, we not do anything.
Yeah, but you have to have the belief that it is the Word of God.
Right.
If you don't.
If I don't have, so you're acknowledging that if I don't actually believe it, then I'm not going to believe it. I have to believe it before I actually know it to be true.
And the only way you can believe it is to study it.
Is that, do you mean to brainwash myself?
No.
Okay, because if I'm supposed to come into that information as knowledge, is that supposed to be knowledge that God exists? Then there should be evidence showing it is. You shouldn't ask me, that's not what you're asking me to do. You're asking me to read it and then make myself
base
believe
your
it.
opinion on what this is.
But that's
after
not-
you not read it.
That's not
study it.
That's not arriving at the truth, though.
That's the only way to arrive at the truth.
No, it's not the way to arrive, because the truth is a degree to which a statement corresponds with reality. If you're going to say that God exists, you need to have evidence to show that God exists. You just can't say, "Well, read the story and make it up for yourself, make your mind up for yourself." That's not how anyone.
That's not what I'm saying.
That's exactly
You
what
don't
you
make
just
it up for yourself. It's here.
What is there? What is there?
Everything
What?
we need to know to tell
You
us
said
who
prophecy.
God is. There are prophecies
How do you
that
know?
prove He exists.
How does a prophecy-
that prove
okay.
He exists?
What prophecy proves God exists? What prophecy proves God exists?
There were prophecies here about that happened before Jesus was even born.
Okay, but how does that show us that God exists? I mean, how does that have to do with each other?
This statement that the earth was round before any man
No, it says
knew-
circle, not round.
Listen.
It
It's
says
actually an orb.
It says circle, not round.
But orb, but
Circle.
it said, man said the earth was flat. And that was believed
Okay.
until Columbus sailed.
What does that have to do with a God existing?
Oh,
How does that?
go ahead, take whatever you need.
What does that have to do with a God existing?
How did man know to write that statement? if it
Asking me
wasn't-
a question isn't going to tell me that
How
that's
did
that God
man
exists.
know that the earth was round before they had
That's-
telescopes, before they had any...
That's not answering my question, though. How does that have to do with a God
I answered
existing?
that question. Because seeing that the earth was round, there's no way they could have known except
Okay,
by
that's called the
God had
argument.
to
That's
tell
called
them.
the argument from ignorance. There's no way that has anything to do
Well,
with God
you're not
existing.
gonna say, if you don't believe that the Bible is the Word of God,
No, I
then
don't.
you're not going to believe that God exists.
Right. So you're acknowledging that you have no evidence for a God.
No, I'm not. I'm saying if you don't believe,
I don't
that
believe
it-
that's correct.
then it doesn't exist for you.
Can you stop interrogating the woman, please?
Yeah.
I see that you are recording, and she has her beliefs, and you have your beliefs.
Hey,
So
don't,
Okay.
don't do it. Don't argument. Don't
I'm a
argument.
Jehovah Witness as well, and I do not like what
You
you're
don't have to
doing.
believe in God. You don't have to believe, but don't argument with the people believe.
Yes.
Don't do it.
But she's out here trying to get other people to believe.
Why? Because it's a free country.
This is her voluntary
That's a
work. She
free
can do
religion.
whatever she wants.
Sure, and I can do whatever I want to.
Okay, you can stop interrogating
Yeah, you
her,
have to
okay?
respect all
Interrogating,
the...
it's called questioning. Interrogating, want to have a light in your face or you're in a police station?
You're
So
recording?
why are you
Okay.
recording?
Why you recording?
This
Why
is
you
good
recording?
information.
No, no, wait for me.
Information for who?
Information
Ah,
for
for the
who? Are you
world.
going to get money for that?
And for the world.
For the world? Everybody knows about the religion. Everybody knows about all religion.
Ah, yes. Don't ask her any questions because you have no answers.
You have no answer.
I have no answer. Oh, I freely
No, no,
claim,
you have common argument. You have common
I freely
Thank
admit
you.
that I don't know how everything came to be. I freely admit that I don't know how everything came to be.
No, hey,
But just because I don't know,
I
doesn't
just,
mean
you know, I
say that.
respect your religion.
answer
You
is
respect my
You don't believe the Bible, you don't believe it.
That's optional, that's voluntary. You don't have to believe in him. You don't have to read the Bible. It's like salvation. The salvation is personal.
But
You know, I don't know.
doesn't Peter 3:15 say that you should give an answer question?
I don't know what
A
that
lot of
is.
people are watching. We don't want to end up.
Believe me.
You gotta do something that.
But that's why you're out here. You're out here to debate. I mean, that's why you have material, right? You're
No,
out
this
here.
is out here for every person who wants to.
Right.
And yeah, but we're not going to make you believe anything.
No one can make anyone believe in anything. What you do is you express your what you know or think you know or your
Well,
opinion.
we've
Hey,
done
man,
that.
leave those-
So
leave those-
we've done that.
Leave
We
these people
express
alone.
what we know.
You just come and get the information. What the hell are you going to do with the information? Are you going to sell it? Or what are you going to do? You want to be famous? It's not right. With the respect, you know. You got to show that you have respect.
Wow.
Well, you don't
I
like
just
it.
thought since you're out here, you're able to answer questions about what you believe. So, all right. Well,
Have a nice day.
oh, I will.
Okay.
You gotta ask. You shouldn't be shocked. That's what you told me.
see, that's why you can't tell people that you're recording them, because as soon as they find out, you don't have much of a question and answer session anymore. So always Peter people online saying, hey, why don't you let people know that you're recording them? Well, I can't let them know I'm recording them, because then I won't get any questions answered. So I had a couple of haters say to me, well, you're a coward for not asking people if you can record. I don't see what being a coward has to do with anything. You know, you want something to be filmed, you want some information, you're gonna have to do it. So I'm really getting tired of JWs. They're so boring, and they go in such circles. Anyways, hope you enjoy it. It's Ted the Atheist. Logic.